Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. It's Reju. Today, we're going to be talking about Eterspire Infinite, Eterspire's paid one-time payment membership. We're going to go through everything that Infinite offers, all of the perks, and help you determine if it's worth it for you. Now, first of all, we need to realize there are two versions of Eterspire Infinite. There's a regular and a deluxe. We're going to start with the regular. The first perk, full access to Eterspire, which currently only means that you get access to this portal in Stone Hollow, the Heroes Hall Tavern. So let's take a look at what's in here, and let's see what buying Infinite unlocks for us. And it's not much. You have a bank. We have a bank over here. We have the armor guy. We have a gun upstairs. Let's go what's upstairs. We have a transmog table. We have we don't seem to have too much new things, and in reality there isn't much in here. In reality, this is just a hub for players with Eterspire Infinite to hang out in. And as you can see, there are some folks here, but in reality the Heroes Hall Tavern is just a hub different from Stone Hollow that has a lot of the things that you're looking for to do all in one spot. So as of right now, this is the only, as far as I know, the only Infinite only map. So let's keep going. Let's take a look at everything else. What is next on the list of perks? Next, we have the ability to transmog multiple items at once. Now this one is pretty big because I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a big fan of clicking 17 times in order to transmog things. So when you go to the transmog table and you open up Transmogify, you'll have these three options that have this infinite symbol on them, times 5, times 10, or all. You will need Eterspire Infinite to click any of these buttons. Now this is very important for especially when you're trying to transmog shards into soul fragments and things like that. That takes a long time. So for me, this is actually a pretty large quality of life improvement. Being able to hit that transmog all button is a big plus for me. So that's +1 towards Eterspire Infinite there. I like that one. Next, we have increased inventory slots, which is probably the largest quality of life improvement. All right, there's no more banking, no more discarding items so often. You'll be able to adventure for longer without worrying about inventory slots. You'll be able to hoard more gear and materials without having to worry about running out of bank slots, because you'll also get 320 extra bank slots, which is a lot of bank slots. Again, this is likely one of the biggest improvements for most people. If you don't mind the banking or you enjoy inventory management, then maybe this isn't as important to you. It is important to most people, I would say. So again, extra inventory, extra bank slots. This is probably one of the major ones for a lot of people. Next is unlimited reset tickets. So these are the tickets that allow you to reset your skills. So if you go to the combat skills, so this infinite button allows me to reset my abilities, optimize my skills for the content that I'm doing, whether I'm farming mobs, I'm killing remnants, I'm doing trials, allows me to kind of respec into different things. This is more important for some classes more than others. I feel like for Rogue it's a little important because your skills with AoE matter versus not, because there's like an attack speed buff on the skill that you pick for AoE, so you either get AoE or you get the attack speed buff, and you kind of need them for different things, right? So free-to-play players, unfortunately, right now, I believe have one reset, I think, and once used, they cannot reset again, which leaves them committed to the one skill loadout. So again, this matters more for some classes over others, but overall, you can get by with nearly any loadout in all content. It's just not going to be optimized for all content, right? So it just comes down to optimizing and how important optimizing kind of is to you. For me, it's a little bit important. I don't like when I'm doing things not optimized, when I'm using skills, the wrong skills for the wrong things. So I really care about this, and to me this is one of the major perks. Looting teleport orbs from combat is another one of the larger quality of life improvements Infinite has to offer for most people. Now, teleport orbs, as we know, enable fast travel. Lets me go anywhere by using one teleport orb. Most free-to-play players, I think, or well, not most, everyone starts with 10 teleport orbs, but those go by really quickly. So buying Infinite allows these orbs to drop as loot from anything you kill. And as you can see, This means that you'll get many more teleport orbs than you'll know what to do with. All right, so for instance, I have over 3,000. Like, I cannot see a scenario where I would run out of teleport orbs. So if you enjoy the slow travel and running around the world and are not such a big fan of fast travel, which some people aren't, then this may not matter as much to you. But I think for most people, they do prefer the fast travel that teleport orbs offer. And of course, Infinite makes it infinitely easier to maintain this. So another major perk for Eterspire Infinite. 10% combat plus life skill EXP bonus. I mean, that's nice, but it's not super significant or important. Just a little boost to get to your leveling, but it won't make a significant difference in the long run, as getting to level 160 isn't difficult. And the extra levels are all cosmetic. You know, the 160 plus 2,000. Those are all cosmetics, so it's not really that important. Fishing is a huge grind, however, so if your goal is to get 99 fishing quickly, then the 10% bonus becomes a bit more impactful. So just maybe, it depends on your goals, maybe keep that in mind, that fishing is a huge grind, and 10% bonus will make a significant difference in the amount of time you have to spend fishing. Why would you want to get level 100 fishing or 99 fishing, whatever the maximum is? I don't know, mine's not maxed. It's for the Cloaks of Mastery, of course, the access to the Cloaks of Mastery that comes with Eterspire Infinite. So what are those? These are just simply cosmetic cloaks that you can receive upon certain account achievements. Getting to level 160 gets you the Combat Mastery Cape, maxing Fishing gets you the Fishing Mastery Cape, and then getting 50,000 Bastion points gets you the Bastion Mastery Cape, cloak. So again, all of these are cosmetic and nice little perks to get, but nothing super major. Similarly with the Champion of a Terra epithet, is not super major, it's just a cosmetic. 1,000 crystals though. 1,000 crystals is actually a really good deal for $20 dues. If you take a look at the crystal shop, you can't really see it because it's my big head's blocking the way, but at the bottom left here, it's 1,100 crystals for $21.99. So for $19.99, you're getting 1,000. That's pretty good. That's a good deal for crystals. So if you're looking for crystals, you can, if you buy Eterspire Infinite, it's actually the best deal. Keep that in mind. If you're buying crystals, buying Eterspire Infinite is a straight up better deal, and you get all of these other things on top. And then of course, and most importantly, you get to support the amazing developers working hard to create more content. So that was regular Infinite. That's what you get for regular Infinite. Now, one key thing to note is that this is only for one character. Regular Infinite only covers one character. This will not apply to an alt character. You don't get the bank and inventory slots, for instance, on an alt character if you buy regular Infinite. So if you decide to make an alt or you switch your main, they won't carry over. The perks won't carry over. So you have to make sure that if you're going to buy it regular, you're going to stick to that character that you buy it on, okay? Alternatively, you could just spend a little extra money and buy Infinite Deluxe, which will apply to all of your characters, past, present, and future, which is fantastic. So let's go through the extra perks in addition to this that Deluxe has over regular. First of all, additional inventory and bank slots. Even more. I need to hoard more gear and materials, and Deluxe Infinite allows you to do that. It gives you an extra 100 on top of the 70 from regular for a total of 200 inventory slots, and an extra 600 bank slots on top of the 320 from regular for a total of 1,000 bank slots. Your bank is huge, your inventory is huge, you're doing amazing. What the heck am I going to do with that many slots? Well, one of the things you can do is use the account stash, which comes with Infinite Deluxe. It allows you to transfer items between characters. So something super useful that you can do that I've started to do myself because I'm starting to run out of space even with all of these inventory and bank slots on my main character. As I make a mule character, I make an alt character that also has 1,000 bank slots and 200 inventory slots. I transfer materials from my main through the account stash to my alt, and then my alt withdraws them, and I'm able to simply store them in the bank of my alt. So where is the account stash? What a great question. If we go back to the Heroes Hall Tavern that you now have access to because you have Deluxe Infinite, you're gonna go to this homie over here, Godric. Godric will let you access your account stash, and boom, I'm able to just stick this in here, right? And then I can log into another account, and this will go talk to Godric, and the sword will be here to withdraw on my alt account. So this is just a way to transfer things between your accounts, which is really helpful and really cool. And using those the extra inventory and bank slots allows you to hoard to your heart's content. You can also make 47 extra characters, which is a silly amount. How many? So 47 extra characters with 1,000 total bank slots plus the 200 bank slots means that 1,200 total slots per character times 47 characters is quick maths, 56,400 slots. That's a lot of space to put things in. Next, you get actually 1,000 more crystals. So that was, remember when we talked about the crystal prices? That was a really good deal. This is an insane deal. Okay, you remember 2,000 crystals? Do you remember how much 2,000 crystals cost? Let me show you real quick. 2,400 crystals. That's the closest we can get. Is $42.99, right? Even if you take it at the 20%, if you subtract 20% roughly to get to 2,000, blah blah blah. Quick maths. It's not even close to $29.99. All right, this is a crazy deal. Again, if you're thinking about buying crystals and you don't have infinite, don't buy infinite. Buy infinite before you buy any crystals. It's the way better deal. Even if you don't care about any of the other things, you don't care about the inventory, you don't care about anything else. You just want crystals. You're a gacha fiend that wants to pull on the loot boxes. Just buying infinite is still the best crystal deal. Lastly, a Captain Solar's legendary epithet. Yeah, that's fine. Cosmetic, that's cool. And helps us grow, of course, helps the developers grow Eterspire even more. So now we can talk about one of the commonly asked questions is, if you buy regular infinite, can you upgrade to deluxe? The answer is yes. However, it's not just a straight $10 upgrade, right? Infinite regular is $20, deluxe is $30. If you buy regular, it's not going to cost you $10 to upgrade to deluxe. It's actually going to cost you $15. So it's $5 more than if you just bought if you just bought deluxe infinite outright. So keep that in mind when you're deciding on which one is for you. Now, of course, the question, Reju, is it worth it? Should I buy infinite, Reju? What do you think? Is it worth getting? The answer is yes. I would say 100% yes. Like I mentioned, even just the crystals alone are worth the price, but the major grabs from my gameplay experience are the teleport orbs for fast travel, the increased inventory of bank slots for inventory management, and hoarding. That's just key for me. That's how I play MMOs. The medium grabs are the reset tickets, so I can optimize my skills. That's kind of nice to have for whatever activity I'm doing, and the ability to transmog multiple items at once is really useful. And of course, there are minor things like the titles, the cloaks, for the cloaks of mastery, and the character slots, kind of more cosmetic things. I'm not a big alt guy, so I don't really care too much about the high amount of character slots, but I know that some people are. Now, I do think some players fairly will criticize the game for putting some of these quality of life upgrades behind this paywall, right? In inventory slots, it's such a pain. Why do I have to pay to not have this, deal with this? Why can't I just maybe even just buy inventory slots for a cheaper price on their own? I think this is understandable, but I think it's also important to understand that there's a number of successful high-level free-to-play players that enjoy and play the game. It's completely possible to complete and do all of the content in the game completely free to play, right? It takes more effort. Movement might be a bit slower. You don't have that fast travel because you don't have the teleport orbs, or you're trying to farm them from shiny spots, which is a pain in the butt. But there isn't any content or any activities in this game that are locked behind a paywall. So I think that's important. You can do everything the game has to offer free to play. And lastly, we have to remember that this game is the source of the developer's income, right? And money needs to come in to maintain the servers, maintain the game, pay staff that is working hard on creating content and trying to improve the game, for everyone, including free-to-play players. So at the end of the day, unfortunately, it's one of the uglier parts of any game, especially one as cozy and indie as Eterspire is, that at the end of the day, the developers do need to make some money to be able to pay for all these things, right? Overall, I think, at least, who cares what I think though? I mean, maybe you're watching this video. Overall, I think that what Infinite offers for a one-time price is really good value, and I think it's great that this is not a subscription model. Honestly, I think they could have made this slightly cheaper per month and people would still have subbed, but developers chose a better one-time payment than a subscription model, and I really appreciate that. So if you're really enjoying Eterspire and you want some of the quality of life improvements that it has to offer, then this is the best way by far to support the developers. With that being said, if you made it to the end of the video, then this is your chance now to win Eterspire Infinite Deluxe for yourself. That's right. Me, Reju, I am giving away 1 Infinite Deluxe upgrade to a free-to-play player down in the comment section below. What you have to do is subscribe, number 1. Secondly, leave a comment down below on why you want Infinite Deluxe. What is that perk that you're absolutely fiending for that you want to start using on your account once you get Infinite Deluxe? Let me know. Someone will be randomly chosen to win. Giveaway will close and the winner will be announced on September 15th, which just so happens, whoa, coincidence, to be the day that Eterspire comes out on Steam. So go to the Eterspire Steam page, wishlist Eterspire, and let's hope for the greatest Steam launch of all time. So good luck to everyone. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.